Oke, ayo kita masuk ke nama Kuriki, kita balik lagi. Dan kalau nggak salah ada Sakuya di sini. Musiknya ding 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 ding. In his absence, Korindo has no change much. Oh, my young baby! The pudding was still formed by plies and plies of things from the outside world. But now there were two girls standing among them. Rinosuke recognized Sumeriko's school dress immediately, but the outfit of the second guest posed more of a challenge. As he get closer, he finally realized there was a maid standing in front of his shop. There was only one widely known maid in Gisuke who was difficult to mistake for anyone else. Isayoi Sakuya. As she called herself, worked as the head maid at the Scarlet Fashion, unlike Remo and Marisa, was often involved in resolving incidents. With Rinosuke, on the other hand, she had purely business ties. Occasionally, she would drop by Korindo in search of something called baroque. Apa sih? Baroque from Europe. When she saw Rinosuke, Sumariko waved at him energetically. Good evening. Hey there, I broke everything as I agree. Good evening, Morichika-san. Sakuya courteous gracefully. Oh, I was wondering if you had any saucers for sale. Mistress is bored with all these ones. Saucers? Well, I might be able to find something. Smirka curiously looked at the package at the Rinosuke was carrying. What's that you have there here? Coca-Cola kan? Babies? Where did you get that? Found them in Muenzuka. There were... Riniko stopped mid-sentence, remembering the creepy story of the yokai of boundaries. Weird, huh? It's still kind of popular in the outside world, isn't it? It's very popular. Well, lucky you. Uh-huh. Welcome in. Ding 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 ding. Throwing the package on the floor, he disappeared to the back of the store and then returned with richly ornamented wooden chest. This is the only set left, Isai-san. I must warn you, it is quite expensive. Sakuya opened the lid of the chest and immediately cocked as thick layers of dust covered everything inside. There's a lot of dust. How long have you had it? Uh, if my memory serves me right, I rented it from a village merchant some 70 years ago. I never used it since. I thought I boast of it to my guests on Agusian, but the Agusian never turned up. Sakuya took out one saucer and tried to discern the pattern, but it was invisible because of the dirt. Do you mind if I wipe it? Yes, please. Just be careful, you've got fragile. Sumiko meanwhile placed their flip phone on the counter. Look at this. Pick anyone you like. Thank you. Ryosuke carefully stowed one of the phone behind the counter and took a bottle of soda out of the package. Would you like soda? We have to drink it before it goes bad. Are you really okay with that? I could drink that every day if I wanted to. Don't worry, there's plenty. Besides, the Zayuisan has never tried that. Have you now? No. Sakuya didn't even look in their direction, concentrating entirely on placing the cup. Apparently, she wasn't interested in exotic drink. Puzzled, Rinosuke turned the bottle in his hand. Sumika had given him soda once before, but it came in a tin that opened indefinitely. And how does it? Just turn the cup counterclockwise. Rinosuke gently took the lid, but stubbornly stifled. You do it. I don't want to crush it. And yesterday you said you were exhausted. Sumika tried to open the bottle, but her palm only slipped without moving the cap a single inch. It's tight. That's alright, I just... Sumika grabbed the cap and pulled as hard as he could. Cuar! Nyemprot dong ya. Huh? Ah! The cap suddenly flew off the side. A strip of foam spurted from the bottle into Sumariko's face. She realized the bottle from her hand in surprise. Oh, berhenti waktu ya. Neither Inosuke nor Sumariko could see what happened next. Only Sake could experience that infinitely stretched out of moment in time. She finished placing the cup seemingly in no hurry at all. I took a closer look at the bottle frozen in the air. Finding nothing hostile in the sweet beverage, Sakuya put in the counter and began to move the cup in the air, coating the leftover and carefully cleaning the remaining small drop with a napkin. After finishing the operation of rescuing Mariko-san from stains, Sakuya returned to the chest and resumed the flow of time. Ah, berarti waktu. Mereka was staring at the floor stone, unable to understand where the bottle could have gone in a blink of an eye. Don't worry, I've got everything. What? So that was your time stopping power. I see. I see. You know about that as well. Of course. Remochi told me about your power too. Well, you saw it all for yourself. I'm very sad, Morchika-san. And how do you like babies? Would you like to buy us up? Quite extraordinary, Mr. McLaggy. I take the set and two bottles. Suki put out a thick roll of banknote from her pocket and handed it to Renosuke. Here, is this enough? Keep the change. The antiquarian almost choked on the number of zero on the top there. There was simply enough to cover everything. Oh, maksud gue Remile itu sebenarnya orang kaya tau. Lucunya walaupun Remile itu orang kaya, mayatnya itu dibayar dengan makan. Kalau lo tahu ya, fairy maid karena di Skull Reformation itu dibayarnya bukan dengan uang tapi dengan makanan. How much? Yes, quite enough. You could shock a dozen donkey on that. What you do when you're not buying these sets, son? Finance incidents? What are you talking about? A resolve incident, not finesta. Don't mind me, it's good from a movie. I always wanted to use it somewhere. I see, have a good evening. As Saki approached the door, it swung open and nearly knocked the maid to the ground. Standing on the threshold was Remy. Careful, I fragile items here, you know? Oh, hi. Remy looks around the room and stared at the bills that Renosuke was assiduously counting. The intensity of greed inside corridor instantly rose to a danger level. Does your lady have extra money again? Are you jealous? The Kure goddess, who for a humble reward could protect even yokai. Keep that in mind. I meant taste. Sakuya angrily squeezed past the shrine median and slammed the door behind him. Remochi, finally, what took you so long? Nothing to do. Did you bring the bones? Yes, here they are. Remo took the bones and examined them closely. This will do just fine. I'll give them back to you tomorrow night, okay? If you need me, I'll be here all day tomorrow. Mokou invited me for a walk in the mountain. Just don't nag me again. She's perfectly capable of protecting me. She can be trusted, it's okay. Then I suggest we meet tomorrow night, guide. I wanted to go to the Moria Shrine. Let's meet there. Alright, we can get there. I check out how they are doing too. By the way, how are you feeling? You look pale. Have you caught a cold? Me? Pale? Sumika checked her reflection in the phone screen. No, I think it's the same as usual. Are you sure? Even after yesterday? And what about yesterday? Sake, you said you hadn't drunk before. Oh, you mean that? No, I didn't feel anything at all. That's good, then go ahead and have fun. Right now, though, I feel like it's time for me to wake up and clean up. See you tomorrow. Second, the spot where she had just stood was empty. Renosuke, who has been greedily counting the money before, contentedly put it in his bag. What's all that stuff you got there? That's Bepi's sweet dream from the outside world. I found it today in Miyanzuka. Can I have a sip? Uh-huh. Renosuke dog went back to the Miyanzuka incident. Something about that whole situation was bothering him. Hikari, of course, was notorious for acting strange or frightening, but today she looked sort of that look in her eyes. It was like there was something in it. Something about yokai completely different that Renosuke has not even come close to in his many decades of lives. On his way home, he thought he was simply nervous today, but now that belief was slowly melting away. The only other person in the room besides Renosuke was Raymond. Perhaps he should tell her everything, because So Hakure Shrine Maiden, especially Hakure Shrine Maiden, should know about every shrine event, even by Ginsoku standards. However, on the other hand, Yukari made it clear that she didn't want anyone to interfere. In the case, of course, it was her and not anyone else talking to Renosuke at the time. Uh, kita bisa save kan? Ya bisa save. You know what? Gua lebih percaya Remo daripada Yukari, jujur aja. Memang benar si Yukari itu dari maksud gua gini loh, Yukari memang dia itu Shinsuke pasti ya dilindungin Gensoke, but masalahnya adalah dia juga sering bikin masalah ya si Yukari ini. Contohnya kayak di Touhou 7 lah, atau ya di Touhou pokoknya banyak juga lah dia bikin masalah juga. Jadi gua kasih tau Remo ya. Ray, when he opened his mouth, there followed a very audible whisper in his ear. Do you really want to talk about it? Renosuke had no desire to do anything. Oke, gue nggak jadi kok gitu. Quick load bisa gak? Load. Karena gue nggak mau dapat petending juga. No, it wasn't worth it. There was one thing that Renosuke certainly didn't want to experience. It was the wrath of one of the most powerful yokai of Kinsoku. Renosuke decided with a sigh to postpone this conversation until better times and look up at Remo. Hey, do you have to drink that right from the bottle? Remo removed the bottle from her mouth and looked at Renosuke in confusion. Why? I was doing this in my shrine. I was intending to sell that. If you wrote on the bottle that the scarred slough of a beautiful shrine maiden is floating inside, there is nothing to wreck from your hands. Maksud gue ciuman tidak langsung, gue juga mau Remo. No, thank you. I have a decent sound. You can have it. Really? Thanks. I don't need your thanks. You owe me. You're so mean. Alright, I give you a couple of lakamers sometime. Renosuke chose to remain thankful son about how much he had just made for the two of these bottles. He wasn't a doctor, of course, but he strongly suspected that Remo might have a stroke from hearing about that. You're a temple, yes. She raised the very edge of the village, Sumerica found herself in front of a familiar shrine. A couple of days ago, she had been treated to her first alcohol drink here. So yeah, okay. Masih jalan kok ini apa Lost World. Fortunately, the sake has no effect on her real body, so technically she had still never drunk. Sumerica already had a ingenious plan for how she could drink along with Onya and not worry about the consequence. Mokou, fire factor. Sumerica was pondering it until a girl with long, edgy hair ran the path to the shrine. Edgy? Itu juga lucu sih. Some may have thought the girl was very proud of his line, but Sumerica knew that over the centuries her friends stopped caring about her appearance. Yeah, have you been waiting long? Hey Mokou, not really. I just got here. Let's go. Uh-huh. Meanwhile, the morning fog was still rolling through the mountain. Walking in such a humidity was difficult. Sumerica had already regretted 10 times that she had put on something more practical than a school uniform. Although to be fair, she didn't have a lot of clothes other than her uniform. She never liked to spend much on clothes. She liked simplicity. How far do we have to go? Tired already? I thought you'd be older. I'm not tired, I'm just uncomfortable. I have to wear the most unsuitable outfit. Mokou only grinned and pointed her finger at the trail of rubble. It turned out to be old, long collapsed story. Tori? Where did they came from? Have you ever been to the Mori shrine? No, I didn't have a chance yet. I just wanted to go there by a cab or car. When they passed, the recruits wanted too much. She planned to retrieve fed from both the yokai and the humans, and this road was paved by the villager to go up to the shrine. Why didn't they finish it? What do you think? The yokai didn't let them. I thought the goddess promised them blessing and all kind of protection. Tengo bureaucrats put things the right way. They hold to their mountains so tight? Of course they would. When you serve onion for centuries, you'll hold on the any property you get your hands on. By the way, I won't go any further if I were you. Sumiko, who walked around the Tori, looked out from behind to break in surprise. Why? Behind the story is the Tengu Domain. If you go a little further, you'll be noticed and chased away. Oh, I'm sorry. Sumiko quickly returned to the room. Is that what you wanted to show me? I thought they might be one of those spiritual spots you were looking for. What did you think then? You were fighting the goddess of Mori or something like that might have reminded you. Why don't you feel anything? Uh-huh. Nothing at all. They might have been something a long time ago, but now... Sumiko picked a piece of mossy tiles from the roof of the torii. They crumbled in her hands. Now it's definitely time for restoration. Too bad. Now that the Mori is right. Let's go. I don't understand why you want to go there so much, though. The sun is right. There's a cable car there, so at least to take a ride on it. Well, except for that. Oke, naik gondola ya. The cable car near the human fleets was indeed a masterpiece of Gensoku engineering. The years spent negotiating with the inhabitants of the Yokai Mountain were clearly worth it. The only thing lacking was speed, but the view from the cabin was so amazing. It was real pleasure to be inside. The villager, however, did not think so. Cautiously looking at the several Tengu was hovering near the wood. But well, what was there to be done? After all, the path of the cable car ran through mountain forests full of yokai. What if someone attacked along the way? Because of this, some people prefer to pray at home. With their braver Negoro travel safely to and from the shrine. However, usually there was no shortage of people who wanted to visit the shrine anyway, because at the end of the road there was a much more picturesque view than all the mountains put together. Alone, basically. The rest was as larger and richer than Reimu's shrine. Its background was dominated by the huge monumental pillars that stood in the lake behind the shrine. Such a grand view filled its marketing purpose, and people were eager to come here. Or maybe it was that the blessing here really worked on the Reimu talismans. Or maybe it was because the goddess here often show themselves in public, like the Hakuri god, or at least because the shrine maiden here, Lonte, was also a living deity on Lake Reimu. Sumika never spoke to her personally, but he had seen her several times at the Hakuri festivals. As soon as they stepped out of the cable car cabin, she immediately recognized the shrine maiden by her traditional shrine robes. With a bored look, Lonte was sitting behind the counter full of shrine amulets. Shrine maiden of solace and profit. As she noticed the group of new visitors, she brightened up a bit and came out of the meet them with a handful of paper. She immediately started heading out. Oh, Fujiwara-san, you're a rare guest here. Welcome to Moriya's shrine. A joyful hope to Mokou and bow in greeting. What brings you here today? Well, about. Shrine maiden smiled and handed her a piece of paper. The fact turned out to be a flyer. The letter on it were unusually brave for Gisokyo. They formed an invitation to come to Hanami at the Mori shrine. Oke. Lihat ini kan apa sih? Lihat bunga lah sambil makan piknik gitu. Mokou ran her eyes phlegmatically over the flyer and handed it to Sumiko. Sumiko? Oh, you're together? Who seemed to never have noticed the schoolgirl. The summer surprised kids and looked at her intensely. Excuse me, haven't we met before? I've definitely seen you somewhere. Probably at the equestrian parties. You're Kochi-san, are you? I'm Sumiko Zami. That's right. So the Sumiko that Remo told me so much about. It's nice to finally meet you. Immediately forgot about Mokou and the other guests, turning her attention to Sumiko. It's your first time here, isn't it? What do you think of our shrine? Was it a long trip? Sumiko was somewhat taken aback by this energetic greeting. Iya, gue sama juga kayak Sumiko. Gue tipe yang orang, gimana ya? Gue open, terbuka lah maksudnya. nggak ekstrovert, gue nggak ekstrovert banget, cuman gue terbuka. Cuman kalau ada orang yang begitu apa sih, gue agak awkward gitu kan ya. No, it was okay. we just we just wanted to look around here. I saw you go to the lake behind the shrine to see the pillars. I also recommend that you do your prayers today because the goddess of the shrine. Freeway was interrupted by the energetic voice of a woman who was walking toward them for the shrine building. Welcome to my shrine. Pulling her way, fearfully stepped aside and bowed low, joining by palm in prayer. As she approached, she looked over the crowd of visitors with friendly but commanding gaze, towering almost a head higher than everyone present. Soriko felt like a little girl again. Little girl called to the principal office for the first time for her misbehavior. Reva complained so much to her about the goddess of the Moria Shrine and described them in such an intricate detail that there was no doubt about who was standing before Sumarika now. Kanako Yasaka was well known through Kinsoki as an ambitious and energetic goddess. Having appeared with her shrine on the Yokai Mountain about 10 years ago, she managed to win the trust of even such powerful yokai as Tengu and Kappa in a short time, but she was not planning to limit herself only to them. For many years now, she had been trying to extend her influence to people in order to modernize the old Japanese village. With the advent of the cable car to the shrine, her business clearly went up to the mountain. I hope the trip to the shrine didn't cause you too much trouble. The crowd greeted her once with intensified bow and prayers. So, some even fell to their knees, expressing their deepest reverence. Kanako's smile faded. The conventional way of worship gods was not to be to her taste. So tell her follower to think of her as a human ruler rather than a god, so that their relationship will remain on a more down-to-earth level. But once saw this is kind of a test of loyalty and only bow more deeply. Come on, prayers belong in the shrine building. I just wanted to see how our shrine maiden was doing. Have you ended all of the prayers yet? Yes, Kanako-sama. I'm almost finished. This is Usami-san, the one we heard so much about. Usami? Is he the one responsible for the urban legend incident? Tapi Mokou agak kelihatan pendek ya. Sumariko suddenly realized that all this time she had been staring at the sun flaring in the small mirror on Kanako's chest, and awkwardly bent in half, managing not to fall. Hello, yes, that will be me. You caused a lot of trouble for everyone back then, didn't you? That's a long time ago. I learned from my mistakes and I won't do it again, I promise. Oh child, relax, I just want to compliment you. For a human being, you really do have outstanding abilities. Don't worry, that incident is a thing of the past. Kanako held her gaze on Sumariko's press card, as some resembling nostalgia flashed across her face. You're a hex school, aren't you? Don't they used to wear a similar uniform? I just graduated. I had my last exam a couple of days ago. Well, congratulations. Thank you. Sumariko couldn't get a grip under the pressure of Kanako's charisma. His way clearly visible in her running gaze and nervously twitching corner of her mouth. Don't be afraid, I don't bite. I'm sorry, just that it's the first time I'm talking to a god. How complicated your humas are. Perhaps it's best I don't disturb you any longer. Have a nice day. What are you so afraid of? A cross of red cloth over your head? Red cloth? She's goddess of rain and wind. She won't do you any harm. Actually, Kurosaka-sama can cut a real hurricane. A hurricane so strong it will blow you both out of Gensokyo. Tapi dia bisa cuman bikin angin doang, tapi nggak bisa memberhentikannya. You Fujiwara-san just haven't seen her real power. Power, that's right. Maybe it's even enough to kill me. Woi, lu pengen mati banget ya Mokou? Saking hidupnya saking hampa gitu. Si paling hampa nih Mokou nih. Total difference echoes in Mokou words, indeed. Aku some threat win gods to her an immortal. Surika already had time to get used to the constant cynicism on Mokou part. She could well imagine that after hundreds of death, one would stop caring about anything. However, Mokou herself was well aware that embracing herself and mother was not the best idea. So probably get going. What, how about I got you a tour of the shrine? What about your wall? There's only a little left. I can finish this letter. A wave official within a pile of flyers. Isn't it too much trouble? Not at all. There aren't many visible today anyway. Besides, I have a couple of questions about the Oyster World. But I guess we could. Mokou, do you mind? Mokou wiggly shrugged her shoulder in response. Obviously, she had already lost all interest in the Mori shrine. Let's go over there first. You know what? Mokou itu sama seperti gua. Literally me gitu kan, Mokou. In a few hours, they covered the whole shrine grounds. Suddenly, the legend told them about every tiny thing in the shrine while throwing a question about what was going on outside of Kinsoku. As it turned out, she was also in high school once, but didn't have the chance to finish it because of Kanako's plans. And now, personally, felt nostalgic for that set world. It was a big surprise for Sumeriko to meet someone Gisoki who miss anime and manga. So, masih belum ada konfirmasi sih ya kalau si Lonte ini DO ya, maksudnya drop out nanti kan. Jadi, gue juga nggak tahu ya si Sana ini sebenarnya dia lulus baru pindah ke Ginsokyo atau dia benar-benar DO, ngerti kan, dia belum lulus dia langsung pindah ke Ginsokyo dan udah nggak sekolah gitu aja. Eventually they end up near the cable car again, and in the end he took his corpse and his horses and sailed back to Europe. Is that all? What happened to him next? I think it's revealed in part A, but I didn't like it much. I feel like the author just ran out of steam, so I didn't miss that much. But there's a hermit here in Gisoki who lived long before Jesus was born. I don't even have known him. Maybe there's a holy corpse somewhere here. I've seen a lot of holy corpses in my life. There's nothing special about them. They're just corpses. Talking nonsense. Mokou listened to their conversation boldly, and with the one Paris. Are you leaving already? I promised Ramuchi to meet here at sunset. I see. Well then, I better get back to my duties. It was a pleasure to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Sana returned to the shrine merchandise board and started to remove the rest of the talisman and amulets from the counter. Next time, let's go go out just the two of us, okay? Why? Did you like Kochiya-san? What can I say? I don't like her. I can say I don't like her. Sana's a good person. She's working hard to help her brother, but I have no interest in her. Yeah, aku juga gak suka sama dia, to be honest. Mokou is literally me. Mokou, kita best friend. You know what? Mungkin Mokou jadi waifu gua yang ketiga kali atau keempat. I don't know. Mokou lu bener-bener literally me gitu kan. Bener-bener gue banget atau gak? She kind of fidgety or something. Anyway, I prefer to meet one on one rather than parties. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Never mind, just keep that in mind. It may come in handy. Finally, the cable car pulled up and Raymond will come out of the cabin to meet him. Finally, I'm here. Yo. Yeah. You don't have to hurry up. Where are my pawns? Here you go. And let's have a little talk. Raymond brought her closer and lowered her voice. When you saw me up in Wisoki today, it's the same as usual. Did you feel strength maybe? I don't think so. No. I don't remember anything like that. Sir, you can remember anything unusual at all? Smiko looked at Raymond's sir's face and talked intensely about the morning. No, definitely not. Sorry, kepencet tadi. What do you ask? I told you I was fine before. It's nothing, never mind. Scientific interest. Some people grow horn after a couple of days because of Yoke's sake. What? Itu bercanda doang. I'm just kidding, ya kan? But if you feel anything, tell me right away, okay? Any little thing. Any anomaly, let me know immediately. Okay. Sumeriko Yona looked at the setting sun. I feel tired. Mokou, is it alright if I leave now? As you wish. Okay, see you later then. Okay. Sumeriko closed her eyes and felt her astral body remain somewhere far behind. But then she could not feel her real one. She tried to focus on her room. Nothing happened. She was surrounded by a black void with no hint of anything else. Or was there? Sunreka turned her head and found a slang angular hole that was shining brightly. Shining brightly. Oh, tahu PC 98. Ding ding ding. Dere dere ding. As she approached it, she saw a strange picture inside the hall, as if behind some murky glass. Someone who resembled Raymond was standing still. When Smirko looked at the limited area below her, she was horrified to see that she had no body. Her conscience was just hovering in space, like if she was some kind of ghost. Raymond, what's going on? She looked on the other side of the glass, did not move. Smirko did not feel any movement there at all. Hey, the words echo in her head. Schoolgirl here let realizing that she didn't have a mouth either. She concentrated on the silhouette and pushed it with her telekinesis. Suddenly, everything was into motion. The person on the other side fell suddenly to the floor and then cautiously got up and peered inside. Sumeko could not tell if it was Remo or not. The figure seemed much shorter in height, but their outfit was similar, and so were the bow on their head. After staring inside for a while, the person on the other side stepped aside. After fighting there hesitantly for a moment, Sumiko decided to try and crawl in, but the glass thing kept pushing her way. Suddenly, the person reappeared and stuck in something on the glass. The hole closed suddenly, and Sumiko felt something pulling her back. Her was pounding with pain. Oh crap! Sumiko found herself in the bed in her room. Sitting up, rubbing her sleepy eyes, she remembered the end of the day's dream. What was that? It's the kind of universal thing Raymond was asking me about. Okay, wait. What was I just thinking? Was it universal thing? I got to walk with Mokou, then I met the goddess of Moria. Then Raymond told me to be careful, and then... Damn, my head is splitting. I don't remember anything. Oh, udah habis. Oke. Oke, itu baru prolog. Dan dilanjutin lagi. Oke, nggak apa-apa, kita lanjut lagi. Setengah aja, nggak apa-apa. Today, the human village was busier than usual. The street were crawling with people preparing for the feast and with yoke who were discussing a story. A girl in a bright red outfit stood out in the midst of all the yelling. Everyone like those around her wasn't expecting to have fun at all, since she was one of the few people responsible for arranging the party for everyone else. Don't miss out! The Prince River. Okay. The magnificent dance of the beautiful Menreki at the Hogwarts Strand tonight. Oh yes. Berarti konser Prince River, Horikawa dan Prince River sama Kokoro joget. Deng 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 pakai topeng gitu. Joget tari piring. enggak ada loh. Tari piring di gesoknya enggak ada. This time, this remaining cunning plan was to hold her festival the day before the Buddhist festival of Obon and to show everyone the contrast between the fun at Hogwarts Shrine and the religious sutras at the Moiran Temple. If she managed to create the right mood, the villager will visit her more often and be sure to throw a few coin or even bill into the donation box, and the Raymond herself will have a feast. For the sake of her social outcome, she did everything she could. Namely, she shot at the loudest and waved with invitation flyers. Passerby listened to her words with little enthusiasm, but they still took the invitation and read what was written. Only at our shrine you can get the blessing of the good dragon. Suddenly, there was indignant thin cries from one of the shops. "You're stealing! Give me one pack at once!" "Who are you kidding? There's enough for 20 people here." Then Moskowitz struck the cross surrounding the village baker's shop and saw Sakuya being glared at with displeasure by Nazrin, the chemos of the Mioran Temple. Nazrin's displeasure was understandable. The baker counter usually had a mountain of sugar packs for sale, but apparently Sakuya managed to buy them all and was not leisurely stacking them in a huge bag. "Members have been asking me for something delicious for a long time now. I can keep them waiting forever." "I'm sorry, but I have orders. It's nothing personal." "I don't give a damn about your orders. I need that sugar." "Nazrin-san, I'm deeply sorry, but Izayo-san was here first. Just come tomorrow." I need it now, not tomorrow. Go now and get some more. Get some more. And I'm fully sorry, but I can't leave myself in the middle of the workday. Do you want my mice to sneak into your warehouse by themselves? Actually, they can eat a lot, especially when they're hungry. No, please, Najiri-san, please, wait, I get. Now, what is it? What's it is? Are you threatening him? I am. Nasrin turned around and was about to press down the insolent person with the accuser, but quickly closed her mouth when she saw that it was Remo. Mampus lo. Howdy. Fuck. This was person only and worse and only as she spoke to someone who could not answer harshness with harshness. Remo, on the other hand, represent a certain authority for her. In the past, their places has ended up quite sadly for Nasrin, especially in places where Remo didn't had hit. However, Nasrin was not to be leader of the Gensoku if she gave up so easily. The sugar doesn't belong to her yet. She hasn't even paid for it. This is evolution of guest rights. Do you mean guest rights? And why sugar exactly? Do you like cheese better? One can tell you're an amateur. It's just common meat. In fact, most like peanut butter. What? What butter? Peanut, sugar, salt, and butter. So yummy. Peanut, some. Have you bought it yet? No, why? Otherwise, if you ever try to threaten anyone in this village again, you'll be looking for pianos in the garbage cans, got it? A Nazarene contrived anger was run away like the wind. Now she looked more like an erring child about to be punished. But yes, it's not like I threatened someone. As Remo reached for her gohai, Nazarene quickly cowered and hurried to hide herself behind the nurse's house. Uh-oh, maybe I won't have any trouble now, Hakura-san. It's pretty cowardly if you don't treat her nicely. If her mice mess something up, let me know. I tame her. You have my gratitude. No worries. I and the Hakure got always stand for peace in the village. With the last praise, Remo raised her voice so everyone around could hear her. It turned out to be pretty effective. Those watching the conflict smiled favorably at her. Sakuya, who has been feeling her back nonchalantly the whole time, put the last bag inside and put out her wallet. So, Baker-san, how much do I owe you? Is this enough? Thank you for your purchase, Izari-san. Here's your change. Would you like me to help you carry the goods? No thanks, I can manage by myself. Why do you need so much sugar anyway? Did Emily decide to go get diabetes in her old age? It's Miss Furando's birthday today. This is for her birthday cake. Oh, Furandoro ulang tahun? And how old is he this year? 511 years. I thought she'd be younger. Then give her my congratulations. By the way, we have activities for kids too. There will even be trained animal to ride. I remember on New Year Eve, you tried to entice visitor that way. I also it's worth trying again. Something is a Remo shuddered at the memory of the December failure. The Zimet desperate attempt to flying to a restaurant and put a real amusement park on the grounds right. So in which, however, no one wanted to go. Ini yang gue inget kayaknya dah. Iya, what a hot ham gitu. gue inget itu. Cuman gue lupa di manga apa di chapter berapa. It's not surprising though. Who in the right mind would want to try the magnificent view from Yokai Mountain for the Rubicon of culinary moment back then? Especially on New Year's Day, which, as everyone knows, is the key to the year. This time is different. There was some arrangement. Conducted a long advertising campaign, assess all the risks, minimize the cost, took into account the weather condition. What? Never mind. It's going to be okay, I will prepared. Well, good for you then. Happy on your congratulations and your invitation to Mistress, but I don't think she'll be very interested. Have a nice day. Saki carefully lift the bag, checking to see if it will tear from the weight. Judging by the handles crushed like string, the weight was indeed close to critical. Remo would not have been able to carry it to the temple. Usually, however, they might have to carry much more massive object. Okay, and stack them on the cutting table, and dismember them without spilling a single drop of blood. Remo glanced at Sakuya and reached for more flyers, but her hands found only empty space in the fold of her dress. trying to lure visitor with her voice alone with pride with the risk of losing it. So the Shrine Maiden decided to put an end to her promotional campaign and return home. And return home. As the shrine as a amusing picture of the couple at work await Rain. Mana si ini, si Nitori? So river yokers scurry back and forth about to injure each other with their giant backpacks. Occasionally, a variety of tools would show up from those backpacks, and arrangement would ensure as their appropriate stance. Truly, if you have to work with a Kappas, you should definitely make sure there is a leader among them. Coordinate work without clear guidance quickly turn into a logging matter. They wanted to like the leader herself, so all she could do now was watch them with annoyance and aggressively tell them to hurry up. Oh, Mbak Erika! After a while, two girls show up in the shrine path. The contrast between those two was striking. The first seemed frail and graceful against the second, who was tall. The graceful ones were called Hatano Kokoro, and their performance was the highlight of the festival. The tall one has nothing to do with the festival, but she, too, had a performance tonight, which brought much more concern to the Shrine Maiden. Hi, so are you ready to perform tonight? Yes, Remo-san. The mask on Kokoro heat kept switching, reflecting her emotion, while her face remained nearly emotionless. Are you sure? Let me see your war face. Huh? You got a war face? Itu dari referensi itu. Ah, it's a war face. Now let me see your war face. Ah, is it all? Let me see your real war face. Ah, good. Now we're talking. I have a couple of festival nights for you in case you're cracked with emotion, but you still watch yourself so you don't scare people. I do my best. Different son trained me well. Same I said for days and on end. Mamiso put Kokoro in the back approvingly, but the latter only looked down in response. I don't know, Mamiso-san, lately I feel like that's not helping at all. Either maybe I son even tried to get rid of the max. It's not like anyone is forcing you to do anything. The most important thing is not to have another incident. Now come on, you'll be fine. You just have to give it more time, but other than that, you're doing a great job. Look at the stats the Kappa are building for you. As soon as Kokoro turned away, Mamiso leaned over to Reimu with a chirp and miserably in her ear. What are you doing, you fool? Cheer up! Cheer her up! Reimu blatantly remembered Kokoro complex, which Mamiso had told her about once before. Indeed, it was not the easiest time for the main Reiki in terms of self-esteem. Because the training in emotional control was meant to change her yokai nature, but there was no tangible result, even after many years. Well, I mean, yeah, it's just a matter of time or something. Right, compare these two paths to Buddhist enlightenment. Bikram has been living for thousands of years and still hasn't reached enlightenment. Because I like this comparison too. She says that I need to deny my own self in order to become a different yokai, but I guess I just don't have the courage to do it. It's okay, it's not a big deal. You got brave too. You got it all ahead of you. I hope you're right. At this point, Reimu's attention was drawn to a tiny silhouette approaching the shrine from the side of the mountains. Shrine Maiden sighed in relief as she recognized the hairpin of the fire, which looked like two white dots from such a distance. Now all the key figures of the festival were present, and there was no need to worry about it anymore. Kokoro, can you please talk to couples about the height of the festival stage? They can decide what it should be. Okay. Kasen. As soon as Kokoro stepped back, the hermit from Yokai Mountain, Kasen Ibaraki, landed in front of Reimu and Mamiso. She was the one of promised Reimu that she would make a performance with her animals, but she was an expert at training. However, now Reimu did not see any animal, with her and the hermit herself looked rather anxious. It's so good to have you both here, Reimu. I'm sorry, but no animals saw today. Why? They are all sick with something, some new disease. I still haven't figured out how to treat it. What? Wait, every single one of them? All of them? And in just a couple of days, Mamizo, are you Bucky the not keep feeling well lately? There were no complaints. How does this disease of your manifest itself exactly? The animals are simply losing their strength. A couple of days ago, they looked perfectly healthy, but now they can barely move. as if something has sucked out all their energy. Oh, what a nightmare. Was this spot anywhere else? I don't know, right now I'm looking for the source of the disease, and Yogokoro-san is working on a cure. Which is the case, when you back Danuki gets going to Yokai Mountain. If the disease took down the legendary dragon, then surely it can take other yokai beasts as well. There's no cure yet. Yes, I have to tell everyone. Thanks for the heads up. Maybe someone connect to Okina? If she has the ability to give energy to someone else, she can probably take it away, too. She already caused a lot of damage in that very incident recently. This one small incident could be explained as show of force, but now this is more like declaration of war. Why would she do that? I don't know. She seems pretty you call like to me. If you know what I mean, she like to make a nuisance of herself. She certainly won't try to play such trick on me. At least just agree a long time ago not to have serious conflict with each other, so as not to harm Gensokyo. I see. Naomi scratched the back of her head in frustration again. There were problems at the most inopportune moment. No, it's not about the mistress disease itself. They no longer talk about it, but the absence of animal at the festival could seriously affect the number of visitors. Was her replaced with dumb waiting. So time to asking Kokoro to perform a little longer tonight. People like her after all. That's a good idea. If she follows it off, she believes in herself again. But what if she fails? Are you afraid she lose control if she performs too long? Well, I asked her to be careful. What other choice do I have? The compass will just me triple if I ask them to think of something urgent. Remo turned around and was displeased to find that the kappa were still bickering. Apparently eager to start bleeding again elsewhere. One moment, please. Hey, will you stop it already? The kappa who had just been arguing with each other could have forgot all their difference and began to explain to the Shrine Maiden even more furiously why they could not finish. However, there is no prolonged dispute. Remo argument in the form of aggressive waving of Gohai put everything in its place. The couple goes back to building and to platform plotting. I never come down again in my life. I saw Kawashira's today, and she was just wishing you good luck working with them. What good luck? She refused to come herself. Oh shit, okay. Uh, Jauh banget mas bro. Kokoro, cousin I had a little problem. What do you mean extend your performance? Extend it? I don't know, Remo-san. I feel like I'm going to have a hard time even with what was originally planned. You underestimate yourself. I was a lot afraid, but Kokoro did not share her spirit. I will one if you're performing in my place now. The most important thing is not to push yourself too hard. I don't want to get someone in trouble again like I did back then. But even if I lose control, this festival is so important to you after all. Uh, you know what? Gue gak mau paksa Mbak Erika. Remo went flashback to the incident a long time ago when Kokoro lost control of her emotion and started sucking her the hope out of the around her to make up for the feeling in herself. It took a lot of effort for everyone to figure out what was going on and to calm down the raging mandrake. Okay, it's not worth the risk. We just finished a little early. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to let anyone down. It's fine, it's my fault for not getting the animal ready. You still do your performance. Yes, but the festival is on me. It's better to take it easy and try to relax. Anyway, I'm sorry again that I didn't get the animal show. I better get back to the investigation now. I'll see you later. Hassan soared into the air and quickly disappeared behind the nearest trees. Jadi inilah Tanuki lagi. Mabiso stressed lazily and with small pop turned into her yokai from looking Remo view with her gigantic tail. Remo, are you forgetting something? Oh yeah, that's right, let's go. It's all in the pantry. At the questioning marks on Kokoro's face, Remo brushed it off. If you rack back, keep an eye on the kappa for now. In the shrine was a small pond. Mr. Mo liked to look at while drinking tea. However, the calm surface of the water was more of contrast than what Raymond and Mamiso were discussing. Regarding Sumareko, are we doing everything according to plan? Did you manage to give her sleeping pills? Yes, I did, but I have to be honest. I started to like the ideas less and less. Why? It seemed to me that this can only bring her down. She's in very bad mood. Still, what do you think? Seems to want to see anyone. Well, yes, but damn, how long has it been? 3 months already? Or 4? This is still sad about her exams. So what if she didn't pass? She can retake them in a year. It's not just about her studies. She was greatly hurt by the very fact that she could not remain someone expectation even in the outside world. Ah, what do you mean by exceptional exactly? Remember how she acted during the urban legend incident? If I think it's okay, believing that she would quickly defeat all the disastrous and find new friends to match her. In the end, she couldn't defeat anyone. None of her newfound friends were much older, wiser, and stronger than she was. She was happy with us, of course, but her pride was hurt, because she had never lost first place before, and now she has even failed her studies, in which she has always excelled. The last bastion of her pride has fallen. Left is an accessible, greedy who doesn't seem worth even in her own eyes. When we talk about it, all of this I had never occurred to her before. Well, I hadn't even considered. Something must be done. We can leave her alone. I was saying that I'm abandoning the plan. I just saw her that she has very naive ideas about your kind, but I won't push her too hard. You have to be gentle with her now. Just you see fit. I just hope there will be an efficient effect. I think I am. And the famous Futatsuwa from Sado. Futatsuwa from Sado? Futatsuwa from Gensokyo. She's much better to me. Hey, what are you doing here? Remember she looked up and saw Marisa hovering in the air above them. The witch cheerfully saluted and leaned nearby. Does she know? She does. Know what? Remember when I told you about the plan to post America in our place? Oh yeah, so are you going to do it today? Well, not exactly, but we tried to make it clear to her that she weak. Don't overdo it. Steven can don't let me. Oh, by the way, what about the boost party? Are we good? I just want to tell you to come early because Kasen had a little issue with the animals, so it should be over before sundown. Perfect. By the way, you should come too. I'll take Sumeriko with you. We have to explain extra ourselves and apologize if she are offended. Well, there's no telling what effect the sleeping pills will have, but if everything goes according to plan, I bring her in. Right. And how exactly will you bring her if she immobilizes you? I'll be alone. My friends will come with me. Folks, I was not at the forest behind the shrine. Just inside of the trees, someone was cowering untouched, daring to come out in the twilight. The rabbit sighed. Hey, you come out. I noticed you long ago. Oh, para tanuki. Punya banget ya. Kayaknya ini dari Genshin nih. Iya, kayaknya ini karakter Genshin ini. The buses on the trees spot and a group of children appear. Rather, they were children only at first glance. They immediately recognized the notable leaf and the unnatural growth on their heads, indicating the innate disguise of the ears. Apparently, Mamiso decided to involve the young Baki and Muki from her game. The ones she broke were kids, though, because they couldn't even disguise their ears properly. The disguise is no good. You can stop. Everyone already know you're not human. I'm sorry, Putasiwa-sama. Unyu banget ya. With a little clap, fluffy raccoon ears appeared on the children's heads, and behind their backs were tails that looked really tiny compared to Mamiso's tail. What's with all of this? You seem to underestimate Sumerika powers. Let us see you try your magic intentional, and we'll be amazed at the result. Alright kids, don't chicken out today. Sumerika's quite good, but a fighter nevertheless. Although, you all seem so flimsy. Maybe I should teach you a lesson or two. Bucket and Loki back away from Marisa, shifting their gaze tenderly from her to Mamisu and back again. I'm kidding, like I would try to teach my enemy anything. You see kids, how bad people can be. You have to learn how to deal with those kinds too. We're not afraid. It is all who shall be fear. The boldest Bakedonoki stepped forward, though it was obvious that he was looking at Marsa with clear fear. Dawn! Marsa's selflessness Hiromin Hakera, making the Bakedonoki flinch. She didn't shoot, though, but immediately put it back and turned playfully on her heels toward Remo and Melizo. You know, I'm going to run some errands now, and then I meet you at the party tonight. See you later. The witch soared into the air on her broom and flew away from the shrine. So, what were we talking about? What were we talking about? Kiss this Rem Hakuri, treat her with respect and always listen to her. Today is your chance to show off your yokai dress and prove to us that you really are Baki Danuki, and not just two like the Tanuki. Wait, so you want them to handle Sumariko? That was a part of the plan. Yeah, but I decided to go easy on her, remember? Besides, someone will have to explain everything to her if she uses your paper on me. Well, but can you really do it? If it is to us, Hakuri-sama, yeah, we can handle it. Leave us some sun to us. That's good. Every last day, as we discussed before, right? We should also change the location, since this new sickness affect the monster bees. Yes, kids, stay away from animals, especially if they look completely sluggish. You may catch something dangerous. It's very important, got it? Yes, Futashiro-sama. Good, now let's go look for a new place. Do you make it in time? It's about to start. We will, don't worry. As soon as you see me and Sumariko in the crowd, come forward. Then good luck to all of us. After talking to a talisman she wanted to sell from the shrine, Remo returned to the front side of the shrine. To her surprise, the couple had already finished. Their work and now were peacefully lying out their tools on the countries they had built. Apparently, all that arguing and sweating was about 5 minutes to 04. Remo was again mentally crushed. The man who had once talked to start being afraid of some inarticulate turtle-shaped dwarfs. In the meantime, the first quest arrived near the Torii gates, so Remo hurried to show herself as welcoming hostess and greet them with a low bow. Mana? Oke, gue udah capek dan gue cukup lapar juga, gue belum makan. Yes, gue belum makan. Dan sekarang jam berapa sih? Sekarang jam 2. Oke, ya. Kalau kita sampai sini aja. Kalau bisa like, subscribe, dan sampai jumpa lagi dengan gue Ricky di video selanjutnya. Dan ini jujur aja gue baru aja pulang kerja dan gue langsung main dan gue belum makan. Goodbye.